Hey everybody, it's Lavender Town, and today I'm going to be turning Tumblr, Snapchat, and Instagram into cute character designs. I decided to go with websites and apps because today's episode is sponsored by Wix. Wix is a website where you can build your own website for free. It's got a really easy drag and drop editor and a really professional finish, so whether you're a beginner or a professional, it can really help you out. Later in the video, I'm going to show you how to use Wix as a tool to keep track of your character designs. But before I can do that, I gotta draw them. So let's get to the drawing. So the first character I'm designing is based on Snapchat. So I'm sure all of you know what Snapchat is, but if you somehow don't, Snapchat is basically just an app where you can send pictures to your friends that sort of self-destruct after a certain amount of time. A lot of people are using it more for its story feature nowadays, so you can show little clips and tiny segments of your day through videos and stuff. So I had to reconcile the two sort of attitudes that come along with Snapchat. So part of Snapchat's whole appeal is that it's super fun and silly. There's lots of weird filters you can put on your face, but also Snapchat is a sort of secretive app because it destroys the images after you send them, and it will tell the sender if someone takes a screenshot. So I wanted her to be this sort of secretive character who looks very bright and like fun to be around, but at the same time who looks like she can keep a secret for you. I designed a lot of elements of her around the icon of the ghost, which is sort of Snapchat's whole thing, and I was really excited about that because typically in an app you don't see a little character design, but in this case you actually get one. So I tried to incorporate the shape of him all over this design. I gave her the earrings of him, which is the most obvious, but I also tried to sneakily sort of add that shape as a smock aprony part of her dress, and in her little side bang I tried to keep it rounded up at the top and then have sort of this fringe that sort of kind of looks like the ghost. I'm also going to leave that part white, so that will also be reminiscent of the ghost. Basically, I just wanted her to look really fun and kind of mischievous and like she knows everybody's secrets, but she doesn't reveal any of them. That's the image I had of this humanized Snapchat. I also decided to go pretty crazy with the rest of her hair. I wanted it to be a rainbow because Snapchat's very famous for that, like, rainbow, like, I don't want to say like vomiting, but it kind of looks like you're throwing up rainbows, that whole filter. So I felt like I had to get rainbow in here somewhere. So she ended up looking pretty colorful and pretty wild. I really think she would be sort of the party animal of this whole app group. You can decide for yourself once you see the other two. But yeah, I really liked how she turned out. She looks really, really colorful and very fun. And I did sneak in the ghost shape in one more place into her eye, so that's quite a few places. I of course made the rest of her outfit that bright Snapchat yellow so that it would look consistent with the whole design of the thing. So there she is. I decided to name her Snapcat because cat is like short for Catherine, so you know, it's more like she has an actual human name. I feel like the other two were really easy to name and this one was actually the hardest, but you decide which one is the best at the end. Next up is Tumblr, and this website has a lot of baggage and a lot of different sort of reputations, I would say, but I've been on Tumblr for a long time, so I feel like I have a relatively good idea about the whole site's like vibe. So Tumblr's really famous for having a lot of like activist-y type people and people who really want to like change the world and like are really serious about all kinds of different like issues in the world. I think so because of that, I kind of wanted Tumblr to be the book smart kind of nerd character in this whole setup. I was kind of picturing all of the characters sort of around like a high school sort of setting. In my previous video that I did similar to this, where I turned consoles, like game consoles, into girls, I didn't have a specific sort of setting for where I pictured them, but in this like strange humanized alternate universe, I definitely pictured them in like a high school. So this is the book smart kind of character, and maybe she's a little less popular than the other two, but she's still really cute, and she's sort of 50% like a serious activist-y type and then 50% a goofball who loves memes, because that's what Tumblr seems like to me. Usually it's just constantly oscillating between people trying to talk really seriously about things that they care about versus the other half of the time where they're just like totally goofing around and making really, really random jokes. So I gave her this cute little hairstyle, and then I put the Tumblr icon into her as like a hair accessory, just so that it was really recognizable. I gave her an Adopt Don't Shop shirt because I wanted to give her some kind of cause, and this is a cause that's close to my heart, so I thought I'd just give it to her. I also wanted her to generally look pretty different from the Instagram and the Snapchat girl, because I feel like the aesthetic on Tumblr is really different than those two places. So I tried to make her look a little different than them. I gave her freckles because real and fake freckles are hugely popular on Tumblr. I think they're popular all over the internet, but like they're more mainstream on Tumblr than they are on the other sites. I gave her her dark navy hair color because that is the color of Tumblr as well. And I just generally tried to make it really cute. This trend of like these red round glasses I've been noticing on Tumblr a lot, just in the fashion blogs, so I decided to give her those as well. Basically, she's just the book smart nerd who's got a bit of a fashionable sense and definitely has some activist leanings, and I feel like that's a pretty good representation of what Tumblr is all about. Next up is Instagram, and I was really excited to do this one because I had an actual idea for it right away when I was looking at the icon for Instagram. So I decided to give her a sort of boxy sort of haircut and then cover one eye so you can only see one really round eye. And then I gave her a little barrette that kind of looks like the viewfinder on the icon. And basically I just think I kind of turned her head into the camera icon of Instagram. So that was really fun. I was very tempted to just try to make an amalgamation of all the most popular girls on Instagram and make something more like that, but instead I decided to go for, I'm not trying to make a video about the types of people on these apps. I'm trying to make literally, if these apps were human beings, what would they be? So that's why I went this angle instead. I did give her a little fluffy Starbucks drink because I feel like they're still very popular to Instagram about. So she has it's probably some kind of Frappuccino or something with whipped cream on it. And then I gave her a belt with the Instagram icon on the buckle part, and I gave her high-waisted jeans and a crop top because I still think, that's been popular for such a long time lately, and a long time lately, you know what I mean. So I gave her that style, and then I gave her a gradient, like sort of ombre shirt that has the colors of the Instagram logo. I gave her a tan because I feel like that's more popular on Instagram. Like I said, Tumblr's for like freckly people, and then Instagram's more for the tan types as far as I can tell. Yeah, I just tried to make her look really interesting and a lot like the shapes of the icon of the app itself, and sort of tried to fixate on that. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I also gave her these dark roots with the blonde because that is something I see really popular on Instagram as well. So now that we have the whole team together, here is all of their names. So on the left there is Instabelle. In the middle is Tumblrina, which is actually like a mean name people call girls from Tumblr, but I'm taking it back, and it's going to be her name. And then of course Snapcat, which I told you guys earlier. Oh, I forgot to mention that there's a watch on Snapcat's wrist because she's always timing how long you've seen the photo so that she can destroy it. Now I want to show you guys a really cool way to keep your character designs organized and have information about each character grouped together with the image of them. So the easiest way to do this is actually on Wix. So I'm going to open up the website that I already made with them, and I'm just going to add a page. And so I'm doing this one for my character designs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little gallery with each of them, and I'm going to add in the character designs from my consoles video as well. And basically I'm just going to use Wix so that I can show the images of them in a really neat, orderly way, and I can add in all kinds of information like what their name is and details about their personality, so that anytime someone comes to my website they can look through all my original characters and see more information about them. This is something that I love because I'm such a fan of character design, and just drawing them is not enough for me. I like having information about them there too. And if you're someone who's trying to make a comic or webcomic or an animation or any story-based thing where you need information about your characters, this is a great way to keep it all organized. It can also build up hype for something that you're going to be working on. So like if you're going to be releasing a comic soon but it's not ready yet, you can start releasing little bits of information about your characters just to get the hype train going. So yeah, I really recommend this. It's super easy. You just upload all the media that you want on the page, and then you put it in a little gallery. You can decide how it shows up. I decided to use this cool column system because then you can just see perfectly cut out each character, and then when you click on them you can see the character and their face and information about them. So I really liked how organized and cute that ended up looking. Let me know if you use this trick and how you like it. You can check out my website in the description. I'm going to have a link to Wix so that you can do this yourself, and like I said, it's totally free. So yeah, thank you so much to Wix for sponsoring the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and that you enjoyed all these little character designs. Let me know which one was your favorite, Instabelle, Snapcat, or Tumblerina. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I will see you again very soon. Big thank you to my patrons, including Scott Peterson, Christy Stewart, Payne Hamill, The Artsy Moose, Elizabeth Albin, Cal Popone, Cameo Sparkle, Hanuki, Zixith, Ollie, Neko-sama, Hope Chilsum, Abriana, Trassomaniac, Micah Dactyl, Okamore, Matthew Kunke, Blep, Sergeant Pendulum, Lena Christine, Baba Green, Taka, Lovely, Mystic, Enzo Jobert, Your Boy ST, JJ Jade, Lib Lib Blah, and Addy Visual.